Chairman, the population of the United States continues to be on the verge of dramatic demographic shifts. Since 2002, the number of Americans aged 65 and older has increased by 21%, and the aging of the baby boom generation will only accelerate this growth. In only 15 years, older Americans will account for about 20% of the U.S. population, up from 13% today. By 2050, the population of older Americans is expected to double by over 80 million people. By 2050, the population of Americans age 85 and over is estimated to more than triple, from 5.5 million in 2010 to 19 million in 2050. And about 71% of these adults have a disability or will need assistance with at least one activity of daily living, so they can't feed themselves, dress themselves, or bathe themselves. As a former secretary of the New Mexico Department of Aging and Long-Term Services, I understand the difficulties that older Americans face. They often face a unique set of risks and challenges, including affordable housing, access to social services, and transportation. But chronic health issues and health care costs may be the biggest threats to the economic security of older Americans. And poverty aggravates everything because, of course, the poorer you are, the sicker you are. Over the last 50 years, Medicare has helped countless Americans and their families be independent and financially secure, including an estimated 55 million Americans who are receiving benefits today. And in fact, since Medicare was signed into law, poverty among older Americans has dropped from 35%, the year I was born, 1959, to 9%. However, Medicare is not perfect. Although Medicare covers nearly all adults age 65 and older, premiums, deductibles, copays, and significant holes in benefits have left many Americans with higher expenses. It is estimated that between 2010 and 2040, annual out-of-pocket health costs for Americans age 65 and older will more than double in inflation-adjusted dollars. But Medicare reforms under the Affordable Care Act have helped control costs, increase benefits, and extend Medicare solvency. Since the ACA was enacted, premiums for Medicare Part B and Part D have largely unchanged since 2010. Seniors have saved more than $15 billion on their prescription drugs since the ACA helped close the prescription drug donut hole, and the life of the Medicare Trust Fund has been extended by 13 years. Now, our path forward should build upon these successes, and we should strengthen Medicare, improve essential benefits, and contain costs. But this Republican budget moves us backward. It turns Medicare into a voucher program, and it puts insurance companies ahead of seniors. It shifts more cost to beneficiaries, it does nothing to contain health care spending, and it forces seniors to either pay more or skimp out on necessary medical care. Based on what we know from nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office analyses, there is no evidence that a voucher plan will significantly reduce Medicare spending without significantly increasing costs for beneficiaries. Now, my amendment would preserve the Medicare guarantee, and it protects benefits for over 55 million Americans. It may be convenient and, frankly, easy to shift costs onto seniors on a piece of paper. The hard thing to do is to strengthen Medicare, to improve its essential benefits, and to help older Americans live with the economic security and dignity that they deserve. This is what we should be doing. Mr. Chairman, back the balance of